We're going to try this again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week 11 of SmackDown Live. I am your general manager, Robert Hall. And this week, SmackDown is coming to you live from the Amway Center in Orlando, Florida. And it is the start of the build for the King of the Ring. My colleague Josh Jenkins has already had a couple of matches for the King of the Ring, which I believe had Rey Mysterio and Adrian Neville move on to round 2 in the Raw portion. Tonight, we start the road to King of the Ring tonight here on SmackDown Live from Orlando, Florida, and away we go! Again, I would like to apologize for earlier when I went live, and then within 2 minutes, I realized that I had something else to do and I couldn't be live. But now, I'm here, I'm ready to roll. Let's get SmackDown on the road, live from Orlando, Florida. This is SmackDown Live. And we are going to kick off this match tonight in Orlando, the show tonight in Orlando, with our opening match, which is the first match of the King of the Ring tournament for the SmackDown brand. And this first round qualifying match will feature the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne and the show-off Dolph Ziggler. Now, originally, there was different pairings for the tournament, but I altered it at the last minute since we just saw Pete Dunne versus Sami Zayn last week on SmackDown. We do not need to see it 2 weeks in a row. This is not Raw. This is not real life. We're going to try to keep things going with a nice easy flow, and it starts tonight with the first round of the King of the Ring tournament with the Bruiserweight and the show off. Ladies and gentlemen, the following is an opening round contest in the 2018 King of the Ring tournament. Introducing first, competitor number 1. He is from England. He is the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne. And here comes Pete Dunne as he makes his second SmackDown appearance, his appearance for the second week in a row on SmackDown. He made his debut last week on SmackDown in a losing effort to Sami Zayn, who was his original opponent for this first round of the King of the Ring tournament, until I decided to swap. And of course, he's coming down to the ring, takes a swig of water, and he is ready to get down to business. Will the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne move one step closer to being crowned King of the Ring and earn a championship match at SummerSlam in August here on Universe Mode, which should be within about 2, maybe 3 weeks, depends on how fast we get through these next 6 weeks. And then the 4 weeks that follow this King of the Ring pay-per-view. And Dunn now starting to interact with the crowd. As he is hyped and ready for tonight. For his first round match here tonight in Orlando, Florida. And his opponent, he is from Hollywood, Florida, Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler has done just about everything in real life WWE. But one thing he has not done, he is looking to accomplish here in Universe mode, and that is being crowned King of the Ring. The first step in that process starts this evening by defeating Pete Dunne. But if anybody knows how to show up on the grand stage, it is the man who is the self-proclaimed show-off. Well, has he come to Orlando to steal the show? Pete Dunne and Dolph Ziggler. The opening round of the King of the Ring. Here we go. Ziggler grabs Dunne right away, has him by the hair, and throws him directly into the turnbuckle. And Dunne eats 10 turnbuckles right in a row there to start the match. Now Dunne forces Ziggler back into the turnbuckles. Referee's trying to get a break. And he will get in there and get the break, but not before Pete Dunne gets a shot right to the face of Dolph Ziggler. There's a neck snap by Ziggler. And he runs forward and snaps his neck the other way. And now a stomp right to the leg. Dunne picked up to his feet. Dunne on his knees, but delivers a fireman's carry to Dolph Ziggler and a big uppercut. There's an early cover by Pete Dunne. One. Only a 1 count from the referee's count is only 1. And a nice chop. Ziggler has Pete Dunne up. Back suplex right onto the ring ropes. Ziggler now dragging Pete Dunne to the middle of the ring, and he's got that side headlock locked on. And put down hard. He's cranking on that neck, trying to weaken Pete Dunne. And there's a shot right to the arm area of Pete Dunne. And again, stomps right down on the arm. And a nice jawbreaker move there by Dolph Ziggler is done on the defensive. And a kick right to the kidneys, but there's a nice Russian leg sweep. But there's a nice leg trip there. Dolph Dunne now in control of Dolph Ziggler, and he rakes the eyes. Maybe literally trying to tear the eyeballs right out of the head of Dolph Ziggler. Fighting the ropes and a big back elbow. Pete Dunne is relentless. He is a monster. But that's why we love him. There's an elbow right across the leg. Nice arm drag there by Dolph Ziggler. Kicks down Pete Dunne, and there's a running clothesline by Ziggler. Dunne rolls out to the apron. And Ziggler throws the right hand and sends Dunne down to the floor. The referee is now administering his 10 count. 2. Ziggler and Pete Dunne now brawling on the outside of the ring. They have to be aware of what's going on, because if they are both counted out, that means both men are eliminated. And the winner of the next qualifying match, later today will get an automatic bye straight to the King of the Ring pay-per-view. But we don't want to see that happen. But But Ziggler gets Dolan back in. There's a shot to the back and a big elbow. A second. 3 in a row. 4 in a row. 5 elbows. 6 elbows. Lucky 7. 8. 9. Perfect 10 elbows by Dolph Ziggler. There's a cover. 1, 2. And Dunn kicks out after taking 10 consecutive elbow drops. Dolph Ziggler setting something up. He's in position. This could be for Pete Dunne. The zigzag. There's the cover. 1, 2, 3. And Dolph Ziggler has defeated Pete Dunne. He has officially advanced to the second round of the King of the Ring tournament, representing SmackDown Live. Again, Pete Dunne looks good, but he loses his second match in a row. And good showings mean nothing if you keep losing. And there are a couple of replays there of the perfect 10 elbows in a row. And right after those perfect 10 elbows, Pete Dunne met his own bitter end with the zigzag. And there's another shot of the zigzag that ended the match. And there it was. There's the cover. 1, 2, 3. And Ziggler is now. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match and advancing forward in the King of the Ring tournament, Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler has moved on to round number 2 of the King of the Ring tournament. He will face off against the winner of tonight's next King of the Ring qualifying match later tonight. But now, we'll get to that later. Now we're ready for the next match of the evening. And it is a showcase match for both of these men to show me something to convince me to resign them. Because at the moment, both of these men, all 3 of these men actually, their contracts expire at the end of week 12, which should be tomorrow. What happens from there, I don't know. Could they be going to Raw? Could they be going to the free agency showcase? Only time will tell. Wait, hold on. We're not ready to roll. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, he is from Tampa, Florida, Roderick Strong. This could be Roddy's last opportunity here on SmackDown, as he has not really done much of anything since appearing on SmackDown, and his 3-month contract that he was given at the beginning of this universe mode is just about to expire. But I am willing to give Roddy an opportunity to where if he impresses me here tonight against his opponent, maybe I'll consider signing him to another 1 month or even another 3-month deal. And his opponent, he is accompanied by his tag team partner, Bo Dallas. He is from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Curtis Axel. Curtis Axel, the son of the legendary WWE superstar and one of the greatest intercontinental champions of all time, Mr. Perfect. is looking for a statement win to potentially get himself a new contract. I mean, sure, he won last week with his tag team partner Bo Dallas, but I don't know if that's quite enough. I mean, I know Bo Dallas has already more or less signed his renewal because I am still crowing over his great appearance in the Gold Rush Battle Royal. But Curtis Axel needs a win today just as much as Roderick Strong. Here we go, in which could be a very big last chance match. We have Roddy Strong and Curtis Axel. Here we go. Axel grabs hold of the arm of Roderick Strong. He's twisting it. And now he's got that arm right behind the back. Axel now shoves Roderick Strong straight off. They're on its hype. Roddy is in an offensive position with Curtis Axel. By the way, I've cleared it up. Dolph Ziggler has been down to the second round. He'll face off against the winner of the fourth match of the evening, which is our second qualifying match. Axel again has Roderick Strong locked up. Roddy reverses, and he forces Axel right down to the mat and into a side headlock. But Axel counters out of it right away, and there's a nice trip. He tripped Roderick Strong and sent him face first into the canvas, and then DDTs his foot into the mat. Axel with a nice suplex on Roderick Strong, sends him down. Now he's got him hooked. He's hooking that leg there. He could have went for a submission, but he didn't hold on that long. There's a right hand by Curtis Axel. Axel sent off into the ropes, and there's a knee right to the face by Roderick Strong. And now he's putting boots right to the legs of Curtis Axel, trying to keep the big man down. He went for a kick that time, he missed. And there's a jawbreaker, drops to his knees. Backs Curtis Axel up in the corner, and there's a clothesline and a boot right to the chest. And again, Axel now pulled out of the corner and down into a power bomb by Roderick Strong. Roddy heading to the middle turnbuckle, drops an elbow right onto Curtis Axel. There's the cover. One. Only a one count for Roddy on Curtis Axel, as he's now working on the neck of Curtis Axel, trying to weaken the big guy. And now he's down. Axel in the position. Roddy went for a kick. He missed. Now behind. He's got him in that $1 Million Dream. And there's a Russian leg sweep. Nice combination with there by Curtis Axel, as he now locks on the head scissors and starts throwing elbows right at the top of the head of Roderick Strong. Axel to the middle turnbuckle. Dives. Drives an elbow right into the face of Roderick Strong. There's a cover. One. Only a one count for Curtis Axel. Wait. Bo Dallas has thrown a chair into the ring. I don't notice it. Wait. Bo Dallas distracting the referee. And Curtis Axel uses the chair on Roderick Strong. And the referee saw absolutely nothing. Roddy now back on the offensive. Picked up on the shoulders of Curtis Axel. Dropped with a DDT. And a kick right to the back of Curtis Axel. Picked up. There's a right hand. Axel up on the shoulders. And down with a backbreaker. The Messiah of the backbreaker hits that double knee backbreaker there. Trying to drag Axel back, but a kick right to the knee. Axel dives, going for a jumping cutter. He missed. There's a right hand by Roddy Strong. Up and down, face first in the mat. Strong picks up Axel, down with a power bomb. And a kick right in the small of the back. Strong going for the bus up. And there's that double knee backbreaker again. Bo Dallas now on the apron. There's the cover in the ring. The referee is not paying attention. But Roderick Strong broke up the pin immediately because he knew that the referee was not going to be in position anytime soon. Instead, the referee gets the chair and throws out of the ring. And so now Roderick has that headlock locked on Curtis Axel. Axel is trying to power up. There's an elbow to the gut. In a second, it breaks the hold. Here's the next snap. And then forward with another by Curtis Axel. Axel setting up for something. This could be it. Sets up for that neck breaker and plants some face forward into the mat. This could be it. There's a cover. 1, 2, 3. Big win for Curtis Axel this week against Roderick Strong. And that match could have just sealed Roddy's fate. There it was, the first of 2 double knee backbreakers, and that was the second, I believe. But then there was the cover, but of course the ref was not in position because it was directed by Bo Dallas. And that running neck snap weakened Roddy Strong, and there it was, that neck breaker into a forward slam downwards. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest, Curtis Axel. And Axel, not just a big win, a win that might have just saved his career here on SmackDown Live. Of course, that decision is up to me. Now we move on to the third match of the evening. And in the third match of the evening, we will see... we have our first title match. Will be for the tag team titles, as we will see Sanity face off against The Club, who have successfully defended their titles ever since Clash of Champions. Will they be successful and notch another successful title defense tonight against the very weird and unique Sanity? Also, they have to stay aware because I know there is a match coming up later in the show, I believe, where the number 1 contenders for the tag team titles to whoever will win this match, unlikely week 13 or 14, I'm not 100% sure. But nonetheless, there's a number 1 contenders match fairly soon. The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Introducing first, they are accompanied by Alexander Wolf and Nikki Cross. They are the team of Eric Young and Killian Dane. Sanity! Sanity clinched their spot last week or 2 weeks ago against, I believe, the New Day, but I am not 100% sure. But nonetheless, they have come here tonight to Orlando to take the tag team titles off of the Good Brothers this evening on SmackDown Live. And there he is, in front, the leader of this deranged group, Eric Young. And of course, one thing more dangerous than that deranged psychopath like Eric Young, and that is the weapon he has and his partner, the massive Killian Dane, who can dominate probably everyone on the SmackDown roster. Will this team be successful tonight and win the tag team titles? Only time will tell. And their opponents, they are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. They are the team of Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, the Club. The Club have been successful tag team champions ever since Clash of Champions. As a matter of fact, these two men are the only champions that we crowned at Clash of Champions that are still in possession of their titles. Because Bayley lost her title to Charlotte. Elias lost his title to Chris Jericho. Kenny Omega lost his title to Kevin Owens last week. But yet, the more things change, the more they say the same for Gallows and Anderson, who have successfully defended the titles multiple times. Here we go. SmackDown World Tag Team Championships are on the line. We have the challengers, Sanity. And in the other corner we have the people in Orlando really seem to be responding well to Sanity. And in the other corner, we have the tag team champions, Gallows and Anderson, the Club. They're looking to prove that these good brothers can keep winning. And they can win, and they will continue to win and defend those titles every chance they get. But they have a big challenge tonight in Eric Young and Killian Dane. Okay, we will start off with Luke Gallows and Eric Young in the ring against each other. Gallows goes up there early, touches Young with a running DDT and a boot right to the face of Eric Young. Young picked up to his feet, and a shot, an axe handle shot right to the back of Eric Young, and an elbow. And another boot right to the small of the back. Gallows went for another kick, but Eric Young moved. Galloway, now up on the shoulders, modified slam there by Eric Young, shades of Kurt Angle. Eric Young picks up Gallows to his feet, fires the right hand behind. There's a neck breaker. Drops Luke Gallows. Gallows now set up powerbomb position. Buckle bomb by Eric Young on Luke Gallows. As now Gallows is rolling away as he rolls right to the floor. Eric Young now calling out Carl Anderson. And he suplexes the illegal man, Carl Anderson, over the top rope into the ring. Eric Young better stop worrying about running around there and worry about getting Gallows in the ring, because Sanity cannot win the titles via a countout. Young fired into the ropes. Gallows went for a shoulder block, but nothing happened. Young up, side knock slam by Luke Gallows. And of course, Young is in the corner of the Club. Luke Gallows could probably use a tag to his partner, Carl Anderson. Young now trying to crawl the Killian Dane, but he's got a long way to go, and Gallows was standing right next to him. So he didn't get that much work at all. Young fired into the corner. There's a tag to Luke Gallows, to Carl Anderson. Up the ropes. up on the shoulder. Gallows picks Eric Young up on the shoulder, and Carl Anderson hits a drop kick right in the face of Eric Young. Young up on the shoulders of Carl Anderson. Anderson drops with a DDT, and he rolls out to the floor. If he was smart, Eric Young would tag in Killian Dane, who was fresh as a daisy. Eric Young now working on Luke Gallows as Carl Anderson slides right back into the ring. Anderson grabs Eric Young from behind for a German suplex position, but he took an elbow right to the face. But then Eric Young delivers a German suplex of his own to Carl Anderson. Young in his corner, there's a tag to the monster Killian Dane, who was nailed with a clothesline, and Nikki Cross just threw a chair in the ring. Eric Young just hit his own partner with the chair. Why would he do that? Young up on the top rope in the tree of woe. And now Anderson choking the life out of Eric Young in the corner. Young gets suplex over the top, and finally, after about a minute, maybe a little more or less, the referee finally started counting to Killian Dane, who was taken out after being nailed by his own partner. And now all four men are in the ring, and the referee has the chair in his hand. Dane picks up Luke Gallows, but Gallows fires a couple of elbows right in the face of Killian Dane, and a belly-to-belly suplex. This match is getting out of control. I'm not even sure who's legal here. Gallows just slams Eric Young down. I do not even believe Gallows and Young are legal. I believe the legal men are Dane and Anderson. And the referee still has a chair in his hand. Here's a nice picked up and thrown to the mat. Anderson is thrown to the mat by Killian Dane. Drags Anderson to the corner and throws him repeatedly into that top turnbuckle. The ref has finally put the chair down. Anderson now crawling for the tag. He makes it. Big boot by Luke Gallows, and a clothesline he ducked, but that one he didn't duck as Dane was nailed by that clothesline. Another big boot. Now he's rolling. He rolls out to the floor, and Eric Young dragged back into the ring by Luke Gallows. As now the referee's counts at 1. Woo! 3. As Dane is on the floor. He ran right into Sawyer to Alexander Wolf there. And now back in the ring. Takes the elbow right to the back of his head. Eric Young needs to get out of the ring here. And a nice suplex there by Luke Gallows on to Killian Dane. Eric Young looking for a tag. Dane's knee picked up and driven straight down into the mat. Gallows could be planning some sort of strategy over the fallen giant Killian Dane. He's going for a choke slam, I believe. The power of Luke Gallows as he chokeslammed Killian Dane. But the referee was distracted by Eric Young. So that was for nothing. Dane fired into the corner. Here's a tag to Carl Anderson. Setting up for the Magic Killer. There's the cover. 1, 2. Gallows and Anderson have successfully defended their tag team titles again in a big win over Sanity. In the end, the double teaming of a pair of good brothers leads to another big win And another successful title defense. There it was. The Magic Killer. Here are your winners, and still the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, the Club. As the Club has now notched another successful title defense and remain the longest reigning champions in this universe mode. Wait, I can't even say that. Wait, they're the longest reigning on SmackDown. And now, we move on to match number 4, which is in the very middle of the show. And it is the second qualifying match in the King of the Ring tournament, with the winner moving on to face Dolph Ziggler in the next round. We will see the United States Champion, Chris Jericho, face up against the Cowboy, James Storm. Needless to say, the United States title is not on the line here, but I could only assume that if James Storm knocks out Chris Jericho this afternoon, he would definitely be in line for a United States title opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is an opening round qualifying match for the 2019 King of the Ring tournament. Introducing first, from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, he is the United States Champion, Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho is looking to win. Is currently the United States Champion, but now he is looking forward to crowning himself the King and getting a title opportunity at SummerSlam against his former best friend, Kevin Owens. Originally, it was set up to where if he would have won and he would have retained this week, we were looking at potentially Alpha Omega 3 for the title at SummerSlam, but that will not happen, as Omega is no longer the champion and Chris Jericho has his own title and a crown to worry about. He is looking to advance forward into the King of the Ring tonight in Orlando, Florida. And his opponent, he is from Leapersport, Tennessee. He is the Cowboy, James Storm. And of course, James Storm is extremely well known in this area, as he has spent most of his career, about 15 years here in the South working for TNA Wrestling, but now he's here on the big show, SmackDown Live, after an impressive showing during the Fusion Showcase. Here we go. Chris Jericho, James Storm, round 1, King of the Ring. Here we go. James Storm comes out firing right away. There's a lockup and a nice headlock by James Storm. As now he's got that arm locked. As now he's working on that arm of Jericho. Jericho forced right down to the mat. There's a chop by Storm. He went for a right hand block, and there's one of his own by. There's a punch of his own by Chris Jericho. Overhead bridging suplex for the cover. For nothing. Jericho now lounging like he would in a beach chair. at the local beach here in Orlando, Florida. This is an atomic drop, and again by James Storm. Jericho dragged the middle. There's a stomp right to the gut. Now he's working on the neck of Chris Jericho. Looking to hurt Chris Jericho. And maybe not only knock him out of the tournament, but also force him to vacate the title. There's only a one count there for James Storm. As Storm grabs hold of the neck and puts another shot right to the neck of Chris Jericho and a kick right to the back. Storm picked up. Fired into the ropes. Went for a shoulder block, nothing happened. Jericho fires Storm in the ropes. Drops him with a back elbow. There's a kick right to the face. Storm now favoring his back. And now Jericho working on the neck of James Storm. Doing to Storm what Storm just did to him earlier. And he's twisting that neck back and forth. That cannot be comfortable, ladies and gentlemen. Storm picked up to his feet. Jericho had him in that position and then picked him up and dropped over his knee with a backbreaker. Now he's standing on the apron, waiting for Storm to get back to his feet. Springboard into a missile drop kick by Chris Jericho. And a stomp right to the back of Cowboy James Storm's head. Storm picked up to his feet. And a slap right across the face by Chris Jericho. Jericho fires, countered. He went to fire Storm in the ropes, but it was countered, and there's a big knee by Storm. Jericho fires Storm over the top rope onto the apron. And now, vertical suplex in the hard way sends James Storm down to the mat. As now, Jericho has that head scissor lockdown and throwing a couple of elbows. He's going to get these bows from Chris Jericho. Storm now in the seated position as he's now starting to stretch out the leg of James Storm. Of course they still got it. They're still wrestling. None of them are retired. There's a right hand by Chris Jericho. Went for another one, but instead Storm connected with a big punch. Jericho punches again. And a nice snap of the neck there by James Storm. Is now he has that side headlock locked down. He has that headlock locked on Chris Jericho. The people in Orlando are popping for Chris Jericho. Elbow right to the gut. And again, he's got him set up. He's got Storm with the legs. Stepping over into that Boston Crab. I don't know quite, that's the walls. Countered by James Storm. Picks him up and drops him over the back of drops him with a knee. DDTs him over his knee to the mat. There's a cover by James Storm. Only a one count in this opening round qualifying match. There's a right hand by James Storm. Storm picks Jericho up. Countered. Jericho drops him with a DDT. And a short clothesline there by Storm sends Jericho to the mat. Jericho now up to his knees. Set up into the ropes. Jericho placed over the middle rope. And James Storm drops the leg right over the back on Chris Jericho. Code breaker move. I don't know if there's a special name for that for James Storm, but I know that was the code breaker. Looked into the ropes. Up and down with a super kick. Rolls him over. There's the cover. You got nothing. And that was a super kick, but I did not believe that was his last call super kick. It's now Storm working on the arm of Chris Jericho. Storm picks up Jericho, but Jericho drops behind and drops Storm with another DDT. Again, the winner of this match will face off against Dolph Ziggler. Jericho setting it up. Codebreaker for James Storm. He's down. There's the cover. 1, 2. Only a 2 count as Storm kicked out just in time to avoid being pinned and losing. Elbow dropped right into the chest of James Storm. Jericho to the middle turnbuckle. Double axe handle right to the head of James Storm. Off the rope. Went for an elbow but missed. Jericho Storm picks Jericho up and slams him right down. Another on the outside of the ring. Storm puts on the kick right to the leg of Chris Jericho. This match is going on the outside. Vertical suplex on the floor drops Jericho. And just a reminder, if these 2 men get counted out, or if both these men get counted out or disqualified, Dolph Ziggler will get a bye straight through to the King of the Ring pay-per-view. Storm thrown into the ring by Chris Jericho. There's the codebreaker move again by James Storm. He drags Jericho to the middle of the ring. There's a boot right to the stomach and a kick to the back. He's setting it up. He could be setting up for something. Last call super kick for James Storm. And I think that may be it. Jericho dragged to the middle of the ring. There's a cover. 1, 2. James Storm has won. Big win for James Storm over the United States champion to advance to round 2 of the King of the Ring tournament to face Dolph Ziggler. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match and moving on in the King of the Ring tournament, the Cowboy, James Storm. Not only a big win for James Storm advancing forward in the King of the Ring tournament, I can guarantee you he has punched his ticket for a future United States Championship match in these next few weeks. You can only expect that because he just pinned the champion. We are now ready for match number 5, which is a rematch from about a month ago, as we will once again see AJ Lee face off against Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega won the first match between these two via a countout. And that has left a sour taste in AJ Lee's mouth for weeks. And now, finally, tonight, here in Orlando, Florida, the rematch will happen. Ladies and gentlemen, this following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from New Jersey, AJ Lee. AJ Lee, the wife of CM Punk, who is the #1 contender for the WWE Championship and will receive that opportunity tonight in the main event of the show. But tonight is not about CM Punk. She's here to face off against Zelina Vega, the woman who beat her by countout weeks ago. And she has been in a sour mood ever since. And her opponent from the Bronx, from Queens, New York, Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega, as I mentioned earlier, defeated AJ Lee weeks ago prior to the Lockdown pay-per-view via a countout. And now, here we are almost 5, maybe 6 weeks later, and we have a rematch tonight here in Orlando, Florida, as Vega looks for another win over AJ Lee. Here we go, two beautiful women, AJ Lee and Zelina Vega, one-on-one. Here we go. Vega whips AJ Lee into the corner early, and then nothing happened. Countered. Lee fires Zelina Vega into the ropes. Nothing really happens there, but there, Vega just whipped AJ Lee in the ropes, hit her with a knee and then another knee. There's a clothesline right to the back of the head by AJ Lee. And a nice vertical suplex. This match is happening early. They're trying to get up and going early here in this big match. Nice kick by AJ Lee. And Zelina tries to get to her feet, and a slap right across the face by AJ Lee. AJ now working on the leg, now working on the arm of Zelina Vega. Vega picked up to her feet. AJ Lee grabs her and fires her into the ropes. There's a fireman's carry by Zelina Vega. Kick right to the gut. Setting up. And a DDT by Zelina Vega. As now she crawls and seductively covers AJ Lee. 1, 2. Wow. That was a squash match. What a decisive win for Zelina Vega. And not only that, what a unique pinfall by Zelina Vega. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega wins another match in relatively quick fashion. I would be surprised if we don't see more from her. Yes, it's indeed, Josh. Zelina Vega has won the jackpot again here this week on SmackDown Live. Viva Las Vegas, everybody! Viva Las Vegas! So now we prepare for the 5th match, I believe, which is a #1 contenders match for the tag team titles. It will feature the New Day against the team that is above the bar, the Revival, Dash Wilder, and Scott Dawson. And the winner of this match will move on to face the Club in the forthcoming weeks. Then this is the 6th match, the match before the main event. I keep on saying that we're only an hour into this, and this show is almost over. But of course, the Zelina Vega and AJ Lee match lasted about 90 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and it is for the number one contendership for the Tag Team Championships.
Be sour. Clap for your longest reigning tag champs and feel the power.
Introducing first, they are accompanied by Big E. They are the team of Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, the New Day. Oh, sorry, I had to fix the titles again earlier, so you could just ignore that title that Woods is wearing. It is irrelevant, and it is fictional anyway. That is actually the YouTube Wrestling Figures Heavyweight Championship, which is in real life held by YouTube personality Grimm's Toy Show. Wait, no, not even Grimm's Toy Show, but that's what made the title famous. Will the New Day get themselves an opportunity to face the Club tonight? So that way Woods can get his chance to hold some real gold. Not if their opponents have anything to say about it. And their opponents are the team of Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder, the Revival. The Revival have major chips on their shoulders, but yet have faltered in every opportunity to gain a tag team title opportunity. They have another chance this evening if they could beat the longest reigning tag team champions in WWE history in the New Day. The Revival are throwbacks to the tag teams of the 1980s, which are some of the best tag teams in WWE history. Here we are. We have the New Day and the Revival. Here we go. Wait, Big E is not at ringside. He must be backstage gorging on pancakes. In the ring, we have Kofi Kingston and Scott Dawson. Kofi going to work early. He's got that early submission hold. Could we see a very early submission by Scott Dawson to Kofi Kingston? No, he fights out of it. Kick right to the gut of Dawson by Kofi Kingston in the right hand. Picked up, and a nice powerbomb there by Scott Dawson, and a kick right to the leg. Kofi picks up to his feet. Set up. Going for a powerbomb, countered into a DDT by Kofi Kingston. Dawson picked up to his feet. Going for a slam, up and down into a Falcon Arrow move. Okay. I'll have to check that later. And a nice DDT by Scott Dawson on Kofi Kingston. He drives a forearm right into the face of Scott Dawson. Wilder trying to get Kofi down, but he goes off the turnbuckle, and Wilder just missed him. The people are cheering for Kofi here in Orlando, as now the New Day is in control. Dawson fired right headfirst into the turnbuckle. He went to make a tag to Xavier Woods, but nothing happened, as it was countered right away. There's a tag to Dash Wilder from Scott Dawson. Dawson has set up that submission type maneuver and a kick right to the leg by Wilder. As he drops an elbow right across the leg and now punches right to that knee of Kofi Kingston. He could probably use a tag to Xavier Woods. Wilder climbs to the middle rope and drives a forearm right across the face of Kofi Kingston. I'll have to check those out later. And a nice DDT there by Kofi Kingston. Kofi going to the corner. There's a tag to Xavier Woods. Woods is now legal in the ring against Dash Wilder. There's a kick and a punch right away by Woods. He went for another punch, but it was blocked by Wilder. Wilder picks him up. Gory bomb by Dash Wilder. As now Woods is in trouble early, and a shot right to the side of the neck of Xavier Woods. And now Wilder choking the life right out of Xavier Woods right there. I think somebody is being sour. Wilder now working on the leg of Xavier Woods. Woods has been in the ring about 1 minute, but he could probably already use a tag as he has taken a lot of punishment early this time. And a nice twisting neck breaker and a cover. Only a 1 count for Wilder on Xavier Woods. And a shot right to the arm of Xavier Woods is now holding his back. Wilder now putting those boots, stomping repeatedly down into the chest of Xavier Woods. Woods set up into the ropes and kept rushing back by Wilder. He's now trying to crawl to the corner. Wilder makes the tag to Dawson, and Xavier Woods made the cover to Kofi, who tries that double stomp right there. And a flying clothesline. Xavier Woods Kofi Kingston is a man on fire. Off the rope. Sets up for the boom drop. Nailed it. Kofi now looking for a potential tag, but his partner Xavier Woods is on the floor, so he just picks up Dawson's arm and drops it against the mat. Trouble in Paradise! There's the cover. 1, 2. Only a 1 count as Dash Wilder breaks up the pin but knocks out the referee. Suplex drops Kofi, but now all 3 men are down. Wilder is down. The referee is down. Dawson was down. The referee was down. Kofi is up. He drops an elbow right into the chest of Scott Dawson. Kofi on the top rope. Wilder throws him right down, almost right down to his partner, Dawson. I swear you can tell these guys apart. Kofi gets up, drives a knee, drives an elbow drives a shoulder right into the gut of Dash Wilder. Scott Dawson still hanging on the mat. From the top, elbow right across the face of Scott Dawson. Here comes Dash Wilder back onto the apron. Wilder up on the Dawson up on the shoulder to Kofi Kingston. Down across the top rope. Crawling makes a tag. Tag is made to Dash Wilder, who is legal in the ring now. And a neck breaker. No. Roll through. There's a cover. 1. Countered. 1. Only 1 cut there in those covers. First by Kofi Kingston, and then by Dash Wilder. Wilder now working on the neck of Kofi Kingston. Thrown right down. Wilder now working on Kofi Kingston. Kofi up on the shoulders of Wilder. Throws him right down across his knee. As long as he's holding up the 2 for the people in Florida. He's setting up for something. And a code breaker maneuver by Dash Wilder. I think if Scott Dawson was in a position, that probably could have been the Shadow Machine. There's the cover. 1, 2. Only a 1 count as Woods breaks up the pinfall, but then immediately is dropped by Scott Dawson. There's a stomp right to the gut of Kofi Kingston. Wilder has Kofi Kingston up on his shoulders and drapes him across the top rope. Good by the legs, going for submission move, kicked off by Kofi Kingston, who drops Wilder's arm against the mat. Picked up. Kofi setting it up. Nice neck breaker there. Dragging Wilder to the middle of the ring. Gets it up. The rope drop again. by Kofi Kingston on Dash Wilder. And a shot right to the back by Scott Dawson while Kofi was showboating. And there's that SOS kick again. There's the Trouble in Paradise kick again. Dash Wilder is down. He's hurt. Kofi drags him to the middle of the ring. Rolls him over. Covers him. Woods in. 1, 2. Oh! Wilder just kicked out before the count of 3. And the Revival is still alive in this tag match. Kofi fires Woods. Woods fires Dawson. Fires Wilder onto the apron. And Kofi drives his shoulder right into his gut. Kofi on the apron. He's going for a springboard crossbody by Kofi Kingston onto Dash Wilder on the floor, and a kick right to the back. And a stomp right to the face. Now these men cannot get counted out, because if they get counted out, that means neither of them will be the number 1 contender, or we will have to schedule a rematch. Nice forearm there, and a double stomp by Kofi. Dash Wilder is down. And a kick right to the small of the back. And a step right in the leg. Kofi has to be aware of the count. He couldn't make it back in. Dawson Wilder was dazed and unaware of the count. The Revival has been counted out. A big win is now Kofi Kingston, and it's now the New Day have become the number 1 contenders for the tag team championships. Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of this match and number 1 contenders for the tag team titles, the New Day. The New Day have more or less punched their ticket for a future match against the club in the next few weeks. And look at Kofi twerking for the people in Orlando. Big win for the New Day, but we know it's time to move on from that, because now the time is near. The time is amongst us. It is now time to prepare for the main event of the evening. And it will be for the WWE Championship, as the new WWF Champion Kevin Owens will defend his title against the number 1 contender CM Punk, with his wife AJ Lee in his corner. And she must still be in a sour mood. Wow, this show was just blown by. Here we are, only about 1 hour and 10 minutes into the show, and we are already on match 7 of the show. This WWE Championship match. The following contest. Hold on. The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the WWE Championship. And here comes the number 1 contender, the challenger for this title, who defeated Andrade Cien Almas 2 falls to nothing in a number 1 contender's 2 out of 3 falls match, to not only win his feud with Almas, but earn his right to challenge tonight against either Kenny Omega or Kevin Owens, whoever the champion was. But of course now we know who the champion is. Tonight, CM Punk is looking to make Kevin Owens a transitional champion and win the WWF Championship for himself. And of course, in his corner, his lovely wife, AJ Lee. Could this be the night for CM Punk here in Orlando to win the WWF Championship? Or will it be the current champion who is making his way into the arena now, who last week defeated Kenny Omega to become the WWE champion, and he is looking to defend the title against all comers and prove not only is he a fighting champion, but he is legit one of the best wrestlers, not only on SmackDown Live, but in the world. He already has accomplished that step one by defeating one man who some people might consider the best in the world to win that WWE Championship last week. And tonight, he faces another man who claims that he is the best in the world. If he were to beat CM Punk too, I'm sure Kevin Owens would also have a valid claim of being the best in the world by beating two of the best in 2 consecutive weeks. Introducing first, in that corner, he is the challenger from Chicago, Illinois, CM Punk. CM Punk looks focused. He is ready and ready to take advantage of this opportunity. And his opponent, he is the current reigning, defending WWE Champion, Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is ready now for his first title defense against the best in the world, CM Punk. The title is handed to the official. These two men are ready. I believe the fighters are ready. The title is on the line. And here we go. We are just waiting for the bell to start. CM Punk, Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship. And here we go. Owens fires Punk into the corner early. And then fires him into the ropes. Hits him with a big back elbow by Kevin Owens. And a kick right to the face of Punk. And another boot, another kick. Keeps Punk down the mat. Owens now picks Punk up to his feet, scoops him up, and plants him with a Falcon Arrow. Set up. Over the knee backbreaker by Kevin Owens, as he has just had Punk's number in this first minute. Punk fires into the ropes, and another big back elbow by Kevin Owens on CM Punk. And the people in Orlando want to see Owens kill. Punk grabs the leg and sweeps through it to the floor. There's a kick right to the chest of Kevin Owens. He went for a second one, but his leg is grabbed there. And Owens with the leg sweep now takes Punk down and a punch right to the head. And an open hand double palm strike by CM Punk on Kevin Owens. Punk with a big suplex on Kevin Owens. And a stomp right to the gut. As now he's working on the arm of Kevin Owens. Punk now on the apron, waiting for Kevin Owens to get back to his feet. Sets up. Springboard! Springboard clothesline by CM Punk. As that takes the champion down. Owens now dragged to the center of the ring. Punk gets in the camel clutch position and throws a few punches right in the face of Kevin Owens and a kick right to the side of the head. I guess call him out as fair play because Owens just did that to Punk earlier. Punk going for some sort of a suplex or a DDT, countered with a couple of punches and a shove to the mat by Kevin Owens. as now Punk is on the ground again. And a kick right to the gut. And this again. Punk is down, but Owens is up. A shot, and there's a boot right to the chest and gut of CM Punk. And a kick right to the back of the leg of CM Punk. Sets it up. Going for a suplex, blocked by CM Punk, who counters with a reversal of his own. Big suplex by CM Punk. Kevin Owens rolls as he sent over the top, whipped over the top rope to the apron, and then takes a shoulder from CM Punk, sends Kevin Owens to the floor. The referee's count has now started. He's at 2. Punk does not want to count out here, because if he gets a count out, yes, he'll win the match, but he will not leave Orlando with the WWF Championship. These two men are now brawling on the outside of the ring. Owens fired back from almost the fan barricade on a run into the ring. Going for a punch, missed by CM Punk. Owens up on the shoulders. And Punk throwing, and Owens throws a couple of elbows right in the face of CM Punk. Kick right to the gut. Puts him into the corner. And a big clothesline. Sends CM Punk down. Whipped hard into that other corner, chest first. Another kick right to the stomach area of CM Punk. There's a cannonball. This could be it. Early. CM Punk rolled over to his back. Here goes one. Only one. That cannonball is usually the setup. Could the end be near for CM Punk? Kevin Owens goes by the back. Punk counters, buries an elbow right in the back. There's a forearm right in the back, and then Owens does the same. There's another punch in the back, kick to the gut, fired into the ropes. It's coming. There it is. Pop-up powerbomb, reversed into a hurricanrana by CM Punk. He countered the pop-up powerbomb. There's a spinning back kick. Fires Owens into the ropes. And a couple of back kicks there by CM Punk and the neck breaker. But that's a big move for CM Punk as he countered the pop-up powerbomb to the top rope. Saves the Macho! Drops the Macho elbow onto Kevin Owens. There's a cover. 1, 2. Only a 2 count for CM Punk. CM Punk setting something up. He's in a prime position. Owens kicks in the gut. Throwing in the ropes. Up. He nailed Kevin Owens with the pop-up powerbomb. There's a cover. 1, 2, 3. We have a new WWE champion. We have a new WWE champion. He beat Kevin Owens with his own move. First, he countered the pop-up powerbomb with a hurricanrana. And then, a few minutes later, he nailed Kevin Owens with the pop-up powerbomb. His own finisher to get the win. First, there was the Macho elbow. And another shot of that beautiful Macho elbow that got the count of 2. And then the surprise to us all, the pop-up powerbomb. Kevin Owens' own finishing move that ended the match. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner and new WWE Champion, CM Punk. Wow, what a big win for CM Punk tonight here in Orlando, Florida. Oh, that's what I don't get. Originally, I had a rematch scheduled for Kenny Omega, but now Kevin Owens needs a rematch. What will happen now? Will we see 2 rematches? Will it be a 3-way? Only time will tell. That's all for this week. We'll see you next week on SmackDown Live. But first, let's go over a quick review of the results for this evening. Okay. I guess I skipped right through that previous show, but we don't need a little review. You already saw that. Dolph Ziggler defeated Pete Dunne in the first round of the King of the Ring tournament. And then, after that, hold on, let me just get the card up here. In the second match of the evening, we saw Curtis Axel defeat Roderick Strong. In the third match, we saw the Club, Gallows and Anderson, successfully defend their titles against Sanity. In match 4, we saw James Storm defeat Chris Jericho. In match 5, in relatively quick fashion, we saw Zelina Vega defeat AJ Lee. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, James Storm advanced into the second round of the King of the Ring tournament by defeating Chris Jericho. In match number 6, we saw the New Day, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods replacing Big E defeat the Revival via a countout. And then, as we just saw, we saw CM Punk defeat Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship. And that is it. That is a wrap here from Orlando, Florida. Until next week on SmackDown Live, this is your SmackDown Live General Manager, Robert Hall, signing off.